here comes John Medeiros.
Okay, so we're streaming. We're not on air yet, but we are streaming.
Oh gosh, these bees are freaking me out and I hate them.
Hello? Hello.
This is another one that's better in an English accent. I'm all shook up about it.
Test.
You got that song stuck in my head really bad.
Test, mic check. Test 3.
No.
Test, mic check 3. Mic check 3.
No, it really hurts. Yeah.
A little lonely train.
Yeah, it sucks. It's like bad.
Isn't it like already happened for like 2 weeks or so?
Not 2 weeks. Several hours.
Test, mic check. Test. Test. Okay, this one works, but it's way quiet. Test, mic check. Test. We only have the 2. So we'll have one person, we'll have them talking to each other on the headset, so when you'll have a partner, so you'll either be with him or you'll be with him. And when they start talking, then you can talk and commentate. Otherwise, we have to remain quiet. Does that make sense? Because we'll commentate one match, and then we'll commentate this match, and we're going to do 2 matches at the same time, basically. Test, mic check, test. That's a great question. You better just start making stuff up. Forehand, backhand, smash.
How to commentate?
No, go get that. Daniel, I'd love to have that today.
Is the office open?
I'm not sure, but my keys are sitting on the floor right here. That's a great call. Forgot about that.
When is he getting?
Daniel, grab the one that has the sticker on the top. We've always had 2 radar guns. Coach Bonds is the one with the sticker on the top. Test, mic check. GMA. Test, mic check. Test, mic check. Okay. This is for your partner if you have one.
Folks, we are here at Valor Christian for a tennis matchup of the Colorado Academy Mustangs and your Valor Christian Eagles. We will be bringing you both the number 1 and number 2 singles matches today. Stay with us on the Valor Sports Network. we are still here at Valor Christian waiting for the start of these tennis matches here. We got number 1 singles between the Colorado Academy Mustangs and Valor Christian. For Valor Christian, we'll see Eric Ratkelis Jr. And for the Mullen Mustang, or excuse me, the Colorado Academy Mustangs, we'll see Fletcher Kerr. In the number 2 singles, we're going to see Austin Kredzinski for Valor Christian and Jesse Reuter Hook for the Colorado Academy Mustangs. You're watching the Valor Sports Network. We are live, folks, here from Valor Christian for this tennis meet between the Valor Christian Eagles and the Colorado Academy Mustangs. Here at VSN, this is our first tennis setup ever. We're going to go with, we're going to actually have two broadcasting teams. We're going to go with two broadcasting teams. One broadcasting team, myself, Landon Troca, as well as Mitch Whitey. We're going to be doing the number one singles match. And then on the court next to ours, we're going to have Daniel Butler and Matt Fontenot on the number two singles match. The number one singles match is between Eric Ratkellis of Valor Christian and Fletcher Kerr of the Mustangs. Over on court two, Fontenot, can you tell us what's going on?
On court 2, we have the Valor number 2 double singles, Austin Krasinski taking on Jesse Reuter Hook for the Mustangs.
Over here on court 1, we got a big serving Ratkellis. He in the warm-ups, he hit 116 on his serve. We're going to have the gun on him all afternoon, so we'll be giving you those updates as we get them. And so, but we also hear from the Valor Christian coach that Colorado Academy brings in big server too. So this should be a fun match. A lot of high-powered players there. Over on court 2, what are you guys expecting out of your match?
Two very talented players, obviously both number 2 at their schools, so it should be an exciting match, and we look forward to bringing you all the action.
So I'm Landon Troca here on court 1 with Mitch Whitey.
How are you, Landon?
Doing great today. It's a beautiful day out here. Pretty warm, pretty great environment to playing some tennis.
It truly is.
So we should be getting underway soon here on the Valor Sports Network. And we are just about ready here on court 1 for the match between Ratkellis and Kerr. Ratkellis, a junior for Valor Christian. He comes in the program and has high expectations for him. Real powerful player. A lot going on, a lot of good stuff out of him. Has a great chance to do something, a lot of noise deep in the state tournament next year. And he has a big serve. As all of the players are going to their respective courts. Interesting thing about high school tennis is it is self-officiated.
I think that's a beautiful game, a beautiful part of tennis, because it really matters if you're going to be honest about your plays. And yes, you can affect the match a lot, but it really takes some good high-character kids to be able to officiate their own games in a competitive environment.
Undoubtedly you get some kids who just, abuse that a little bit. I've heard stories of just people just, and that adds to the chippiness of the match. People start getting after each other a little bit. They start disagreeing about calls. So the close ones, it's real tough.
Of course you're going to have that happen. It is high school after all, but everybody's trying to do their best to win at all costs.
All right, Kellis is talking with Kerr here on the first court as other players head off to where they're doing. We got 6 matches going to be played at one time, 4 here on this first section of courts, and then 2 on the upper courts. For 1 and 2 singles, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 doubles. So Valor Christian, the light blue tops and the dark blue shorts, and we see the Colorado Academy Mustangs come out in a red top with black shorts. And on your screen, the Mustang player, Kerr, will be in the front and Rat Kellis in the back for now as we prepare to get underway. And we'll send it over to the guys on court 2.
Hello, we are here at Valor Christian High School on court 2 where we will have the number 2 singles match. And the number 2 singles match today will be Jesse Reuter Hook for the Mustangs against Austin Grzinski for your Valor Eagles.
Yeah, this looks to be a good matchup this time around as it's number 2 for both schools. As Colorado Academy comes in as a powerhouse in the tennis program, and Valor Christian looks to have a good team this year, so it should be a tough competition over here.
Correct, Daniel. A very exciting game today. And nearest to you on your screen, you will have Reuter Hook in the white hat and the red top, and farther away from you on the opposite side of the court for Valor Christian is Austin Grzinski in the blue shirt. And we will send it back to you, court number 1 now.
So we will start our coverage here on court number 1. And to be honest, we're not really sure how often we're going to switch back and forth, but we're trying to give you, some even coverage of both of them. And as other matches finish up, we'll try to bring you those scores as they become apparent to us. Obviously hoping for a good showing today for Valor Christian. Colorado Academy, a real good program. Some of the top programs in the state, Cherry Creek, they have a real good run going on up in 5A. But in 4A, you got Cheyenne Mountain, who has an equally talented team and a real good run. And Valor Christian met with Cheyenne Mountain earlier this week, and they did okay, but it wasn't their best showing. But they learned a lot. They see what the best in the state does and what it looks like and what they got to do to try to compete with that.
It's always a learning experience, win or lose, no matter what in tennis.
Yeah, tennis is it's a lot of fun for these guys. A lot of them play another sport. There's not a lot of tennis-only guys out there. You got a lot of lacrosse players, just all sorts of different athletes out there. But the interesting thing about Valor Christian, they actually, there's 12 spots on the varsity team, and they actually have 13 players competing for that. So they had a playoff at the beginning of the year, and now they're kind of just rotating through it until they get to the state tournament, where obviously they got to they had to work that out. So only 12 will be able to go to the regional tournament, and that's tough. But at the same time, competition breeds improvement. And as soon as these get underway, we will come back to you on the Valor Sports Network. Get us on. And we're back on here, and we're getting ready. Just starting to practice their serves, and we're going to be getting underway pretty soon. Some of the number 3 singles match, they're getting gearing to go. one thing about the Valor tennis program is that it's a real program. I know a lot of seniors this year who came all the way up, played JV2, to JV, and now they're up on varsity, and they really just saw that improvement over 4 years. And as a athletic department, you want to have programs more so than teams. You want to be able to breed talent and coach people up instead of just relying on incoming talent.
Just like a good farm system, you really need to build up from the ground up and hope that you have fillers for the next year as kids start to graduate in high school and similar problems occur in college.
Yeah, we're going to graduate all sorts of talent this year. You got Tyler Wedeking, who's going to be moving on. Jackson Knock, Connor Clay, lots of seniors on this team at the same time. You got some youth. You got Rat Kellis, who's still a junior. You got Michael Pastilli, he's playing #1 doubles. He's a junior. So it's still a lot. Probably next year is when this current team will really peak, and that'll be something that they'll have a great chance to do a lot. And I think we're about set to get ready to go here on court #1. You have Kerr here from Colorado Academy. He's in the front court. And that is Eric Ratkellis in the far court. And, they're still working on serves. Long warm-up process here. And I believe we're going to see who gets started with the serve. Over on court 2, we just saw a real hard serve. What did you say, Fontenot?
I would say so. It looks like Reuter Hook here.
Start over. What you were saying.
Yeah, it looks like we're going to have a competitive match today. And looks like Reuter Hook definitely has a strong serve and will be a very competitive match here on court 2 between Jesse Reuter Hook and Austin Grzinski.
And we are ready to go here on court #1. Ratkellis will have the first serve. Excuse me, they're still warming up.
I feel like we've done that a couple of times now, Landon.
Yeah, they keep just getting all ready. They went and took, talked it over, got some water, and then restarted. And now they're practicing serving from both sides. Yeah, they are. They're playing. So they are actually playing. Excuse me, they had some faults there from Ratkellis. So I believe it's now 30 love Kerr from Colorado Academy. Ratkellis is trying to rein in his serve. That one's in. And that's into the net off Kerr.
Got a little close to the alley there.
So now we're going to see them go chase down the balls. That's one thing they don't get. They don't get the ball boys. And that last serve was 117 from Eric Ratkellis. And that forehand is into the net for Kerr, so now it's 30 all.
I'm sure that 117 miles per hour looks pretty quick coming at you with that little green neon ball.
Yeah, that's coming hard and fast. In baseball, we think that high 80s is really humming. Good. I think that backhand's going to be out from Ratkellis, so now it's going to be 40-30 Kerr. And that return from Kerr will be out, so I think we're going to have deuce.
Strong serves by Eric Rakulis.
Good serve there, found the corner. And that's going to be long, so advantage Colorado Academy. Kellis goes to retrieve the balls from the net, and he'll get ready to serve. Down here, in danger of losing this game. Yeah, and also he's in danger of having his serve broken. You're always trying to hold serve in tennis, trying to keep that into the next match. And he hits that wide and long, and he sends the balls over. So we're going to have a one game to nothing here on the first court in favor of Colorado Academy, and we'll send it over to the second court.
That serve into that backhand into the net from Reuter Hook, and I believe that point will go to Austin Krasinski and bring our score to 30-15 here in this first game of this first set.
Yeah, Valor Christian High School is looking really good on this set right here, as he's just making the serves out of the net and just returning the ball back to the other side and making Colorado Academy make some plays.
That's a fault from Austin Krasinski on the first serve. And a smooth backhand from Reuter Hook just misses and brings our score here to 40-15 in this set, in this game of this set. So we have a game point here for Austin Krasinski. Oh, wow. We'll see another serve here from Krasinski as we approach this game point. Forehand over from Krasinski to the backhand for Reuter Hook.
And that ball's out right there on the forehand. And the game will now be 40-30, as once again, game point for Krasinski.
A fault on the first serve for Krasinski on this game point.
Yeah, hard serve right into the net right there, as that looked to have some pretty good velocity on it. That was more of a just get me over serve right there, as he didn't want to fault again as that one's out. Looks like it'll be
that point goes wide, and that will bring us to deuce here. So we will see another serve from Krasinski here. Seemed like he kind of had this game in hand, but he kind of let it slip away a little in these later points. Another kind of get me over serve, trying to just get this final point in. Has a good shot on the far side of the court for Reuter Hook, puts it at advantage out.
Actually, looks like it was game point right there, as Reuter Hook gets the win in the first game, and the set's 1-0 Reuter Hook as we send it back over to court one.
So back here on court one, Kellis won the second game, so now it's one game apiece between Kellis of Valor Christian and Kerr from Colorado Academy. And we pick it up with Kellis serving. So he broke serve again. He got his serve back. And that's definitely, if he has a serve as powerful as his, it's what you want. So it is 15-love, Kellis. And that goes the way of Kellis as well, so 30-love.
The advantage he gets with that serve has got to be higher than just about any other tennis player in the state.
Another good one there. Oh, hard forehand, and that's popped way up and out. So he's now at 40-love. And that's going to be out, or the serve. It's going to be fault on the first serve. And he gets ready to go for his second serve. High bounce there, and that'll be out. Hard to control, so I believe that set, or that game will go the way of Ratkellis. So now we're going to have two games to one. Eric Ratkellis of Valor Christian over Fletcher Kerr from Colorado Academy. We're going to toss it back over to Matt and Daniel in court two.
And just now we see a hard overhand smash from Reuter Hook to bring the score of this second game of this first set to 40 love.
Yeah, 40 love here as Reuter Hook has really taken advantage in this game and really trying to get the set to 2-0 as that's another good serve right there.
And another point here from Reuter Hook will be the game winner, and that will bring our score here in the first set to 2-0.
Yeah,
And
2-0
now we will send it back over to court one.
And we're back here on court one. Excuse us. The second game, the one where the first time we were over back on court two, instead of Ratkellis winning it, that was actually Colorado Academy's Kerr winning it. Is now it's going to be Colorado Academy 15 love here. Kerr gets the quick advantage over on the court number one. So again, we apologize for that. So that's two games to one in favor of Kerr as he gets this serve going, and that's going to be into the net. And we'll see it again. Had a little bit of a slice on it. Good backhand there, and that's going to go well, pretty easily long there. Not a lot of danger on that shot. So now 15 all.
After practicing that serve before this match, it looked like that's going to be his most dangerous weapon as it starts to curve and look like it's about to go out of bounds, and it somehow finds its way back into playing area.
And good serve there to start this one off. Ratkellis, good forehand down the line. Excuse me, backhand down the line. So it is 15-40. Ratkellis down. Kind of an easy rally back and forth. And that'll go long, I believe. So that's going to be point to Kerr, or set to Kerr, game to Kerr, excuse me. And we'll get ready to rumble. We'll toss it back over to court number one, or excuse me, court number two.
Here on court number two, we're 2 games into the first set here, and we have Austin Krasinski serving for your Valor Christian Eagles.
Yeah, Austin has been doing a lot of serves to the wide tee, just really placed it in there nice. And that was a nice hit right there to the middle of the tee.
That ball is long, and that will be a point for Krasinski.
And that's another point
to bring the score
right
here to 40-30, I believe.
Let's see if he keeps with his serving strategy.
It's a fault on the first serve from Krasinski. A strong serve from Krasinski leads to the backhand from Reuter Hook.
Austin's had some good forehands here as he's really not going to his backhand much.
A good rally here between these two. And after a very long point, the point goes to Reuter Hook to bring us to deuce.
Yeah, deuce here as
we will see Krasinski serve again in an attempt to gain the advantage. That was a kind of a marathon point, Daniel. A long rally between these two.
Yeah, that was definitely a long rally right there as Reuter Hook just stayed with him at the nice corner shot to finally get the point. And let's see if he can win his second set right here, get up 2-0.
A strong forehand from Krasinski. These two smashing the ball back and forth right now, very strong. As that shot goes long to give advantage to Rooter Hook. We'll see Grzinski try to hold on here for this game. Attempt to fend off Rooter Hook.
This is a game point for Grzinski right here.
He does not want to let Rooter Hook break his serve here. He needs to hold serve.
That was
A strong
great
serve from
right?
Grzinski.
Yeah, that was to the narrow side of the tee right there, but it
Brings it back to deuce.
and now a serve here for Grzinski.
A backhand from Rooter Hook, returned with a strong forehand from Grzinski. Strong forehand from Rooter Hook to the backhand by Grzinski. And that shot will not make it over, and it is a point to Grzinski to bring it to advantage in. And we will see Grzinski here try to make the best of this serve and try to win this third game of this first set.
Actually, the second game of the first set as Rooter Hook's just up 1-0.
Nope, this is the third game. But a strong forehand from Grzinski with the lob shot from Rooter Hook falls in. That shot from Grzinski will fall in on the very back line. The backhand from Grzinski. Rooter Hook with the strong forehand. Another long rally between these two. As that hits the net and falls over. Another strong forehand from Rooter Hook. And that goes long. And that will be the end of this game. And bring our score here to 2-1 in this first set. And we will send it back over to Court 1.
So back here on Court 1, we just saw Eric Ratkelis win a set. So that brings it to 3-2. And we'll see the serve from Kerr. Ratkelis, that return is out. So that brings it 15-love for Kerr. Strong forehand there. So that's 15 all here on court number 1. Eric Ratkelis of Valor Christian in the blue. Fletcher Kerr of Colorado Academy in red. And that first serve of Kerr's, goes into the net. His second serve will just get it in, kind of, and that I believe is going to be out. Yeah, it's out on Ratkelis. It's kind of funny how they do the tell each other it's out. They'll just usually hold up a finger or something. There's not a lot of talking here. Don't hear any tennis grunts. And that's in the alley. And again, we're sticking with the serve from Kerr. And that's long on the first serve. Got to get in that first box, the one opposite yourself. And that's into the net, so that's a double fault. So that'll be a point for Ratkelis, 40-30. Good backhand. Oh, strong forehand, but it's long. Couldn't get enough topspin on it.
With that spin serve from Kerr, it's definitely coming in at a very slow speed compared to Ratkelis's.
Yeah, going with a little different styles in the serves. Ratkelis just goes for the power serve, and we're seeing a little bit more of a movement serve based coming out of Kerr. Strong forehand, but long again. Ratkelis can't seem to get in, and he's visibly upset with himself. So that brings us to deuce. Advantage for Kerr. That's out, I believe. Yeah, so we're going back to deuce. Rhett Kellis trying to draw the games to 3 apiece in the first set. Trying to bring us even. Good backhand down the middle of the court. Oh, little off speed there, just pokes it over the net and gets it bounced twice, so Rhett Kellis will get advantage. You're fine. You were so bad. And fault there. That's in. Ratkelis with a strong forehand over. That's the third time he's done it in this game alone. He needs to rein that in. He's getting a little bit upset with himself, but that brings us back to deuce. Serve there off the net. It's a let. Nice backhand out of Kerr. Good cross-court shot again, and then Ratkelis goes right back cross-court, and I believe that's in for the point.
Very nice cross-court shot to recover from one deep in the corner.
So advantage goes Ratkelis' way. Good serve. And that's long again for Ratkelis. You know, when the serve is coming at us, Mitch, you know, you really see how much movement it has on it. That can kind of be hard to read if you're trying to return.
It's very impressive in how much movement that they really can get out of this tennis ball to move back into the square looking as though it's going to go out of bounds.
So that is advantage Colorado Academy and advantage Kerr. So this is a long game here. You know, on our fourth set of deuce and advantage. And he's in the net on his first serve. Went with a more power shot there. Real get me over serve there. And again, Ratkelis goes long. And that's going to be the game. And they're not going to switch sides, but that's 4-2 here on the Valor Sports Network. We'll switch you over to court number 2.
And we just now finished our 4th game of this first set, and we have our 5th game, and we have Reuter Hook here in the lead 3-2 after these 5 games. It's been very competitive thus far. Not a lot of lopsided games, a lot of back and forth action, a lot of serves for both players, and each of them breaking serve a few times. It's been a very exciting match thus far. So we will see Reuter Hook here serve from your far side of the court to Austin Grzinski on the near side.
These games have been very competitive as both players have really just kept their cool and really just kept making plays to get the ball in the net and really try to score some points.
That serve from Reuter Hook was in, but the shot from Austin Grzinski went far over the back line. And that point here for Reuter Hook brings the score in this first game to 15-30. 30 love, pardon me. A spin serve from Reuter Hook here is past the back line for a fault. So we'll see him again. The backhand from Grzinski, the forehand to Reuter Hook. A nice cross-court shot from Grzinski is Reuter Hook is unable to return and just launched it past the back line. So that will bring us to 30-15 Reuter Hook here in this game.
Yeah, Reuter Hooks has some good serves here as he's really serving it hard and into the tee and really making Grzinski make some shots out there.
A hard backhand from Grzinski doesn't clear the net, and that will bring the score to this game to 40-15. Reuter Hook.
Yeah, this is really the first game that one player's had a big lead, as most of these games have been pretty close. Let's see if he can fight back and make some shots right here to get back in the game.
A drop shot from Reuter Hook falls in, and that will be the game. And that will bring our score to, for this set, to 4-2 in favor of Reuter Hook. And he just has to win two more games to win this first set.
Yeah, so we'll send it back over to court 1 to see what the action over there is.
So we're going to jump in the middle of the seventh game over here in court 1. And that's actually Valor Christian just wins that game, so we're going to go 4-3 in favor of Colorado Academy. Their tennis player, their player is Kerr. And so just a little updates on the serves. We see Rat Kellis hitting in the 100s consistently, but Kerr with his little off-speed shot, he's more in the 60s and 70s. You know, both fairly effective for what they're doing. You know, Kerr's seen a lot of greater play out of him. I think Rat Kellis is a little bit disappointed with how he's been playing so far. I think he'd expect a little bit more out of himself, but nonetheless, he's still in a real close match here in the first set. So we should be in for an exciting couple of points here to send us out of this set and into the next one. You know, over on 2, we're seeing great tennis out of the number 2 doubles. So we are ready to go here on court number 1, and we're going to see a serve from the near court. That is Kerr. Oh, Kerr tries to slice it down the line on the forehand, but finds the alley.
For all of our non-often tennis watchers, the alleyway is out of bounds in the singles games, and you can only play it in there during the doubles.
Yeah, doubles tennis is a lot more prevalent in high school than it is. I mean, all the major tournaments have double tournaments. You know, Wimbledon does, the U.S. Open, but it's not really what you hear about. A great shot there over the top, and then Rat Kellis has to play it just over. You know, a little lazy shot, and that's smashed home there for Colorado Academy to take a lead 15 all.
For the most part.
Excuse me.
For the most part during this game, it looks like Eric's footwork has been fantastic, and his serves have been working great, but he just needs to work on that power to the back corner and in the normal play during the actual rallies.
Yeah, he's had some trouble keeping his shots in. You know, especially his forehand. He hits it long a lot.
Showing some very strong frustration with how this match is starting.
This game?
Excuse me. This game is starting.
So that's 30-15 in favor of Kerr. He gets ready to serve here. Rat Kellis down the line, good shot. Forehand again, cross. He has Kerr running back and forth, and that's a slower shot, and he tries to get the power again back down that line. Ooh, and that just gets in there, gets there right on the tee.
Very nice shot right along the line, just squeaks in.
Yeah, it was a great return. You know, good rally there, but a real good job of Kerr winning that point. And now he's putting himself in advantage to win another game. And that first is a fault into the net. Second one's in. Right, Kellis again plays it across. A little bit of a shallow backhand there, but into the net from Kerr.
Personally, as a professional ankle sprainer, that I tend to sprain my ankles a lot. I feel a little bit nervous about these guys leaving the tennis ball out in the middle of the court during another point. I feel like if I had to run in on it, I'd find that ball and just roll right over it.
Kerr with the serve. Right, Kellis, good return. That's long from Kerr, I believe. No, they're going to keep it. Must have got a little bit of line. Good rally here, just a lot of forehands back and forth. Nice backhand, though. We see another forehand. That gets Kerr moving a little bit back on the back line. Oh, and that backhand's into the net from Eric Ratkellis of Valor Christian. So that set, I believe, is going to go, or that game is going to go the way of Kerr, and now we'll see Ratkellis, but we're going to toss it back over to court number 2.
And we are just here starting our 8th game of this first set. And the score stands 5-2 in favor of Rooter Hook. And the first point of this this game right here just went in favor of Austin Grzinski to make it 15-love. And we will see Rooter Hook serving here from the near side.
Yeah, Rooter Hook's serve's been really good as he has a lot of spin on it, just getting over the net and really making Grzinski make some plays on the opposite side. That was just out right there.
Strong serve just out for a fault, but looks like it had a lot by the way of velocity. And a little bit of a get-me-over serve here. And a strong backhand from Grzinski doesn't quite make it over, and that will bring the score to 15 apiece here.
Yeah, it's 15 all right now. As like Matt said, Rooter's up 5-2. So if Grzinski really wants to make a comeback in this, he definitely needs to win this set to try and make a comeback in the game.
If he loses this this game right here, he loses the set. So this is kind of do or die time for Grzinski, as that serve from Rooter Hook is long for a fault. So we'll do it again. And a double fault from Rooter Hook to give Grzinski the advantage 30-15. We'll see Rooter Hook serve again here.
Yeah, Rooter Hook went to go and get the loose ball on the court, as didn't want anyone tripping over it. So let's watch the serve right here. A little grunt on that one. Try to get a little extra.
A drop shot from Rooter Hook is very effective. Just drops it in for the point and gets us to 30 apiece. And there was no defending that from Grzinski. He's all the way on the other side of the court. No chance to get over.
Yeah, that was a great shot right there. Just having some nice vision of the court and just really knowing where to place that ball to get the point. As there's some nice little rally going on, some forehands, and now backhand by Grzinski goes long.
That'll bring the score to 40-30 in favor of Rooter Hook on the backhand past the line from Grzinski.
This is a set point right here.
Actually, pardon us, that was the last point of the game and the set here, as Rooter Hook will win the first set. And we will send it back over to court 1.
So we are jumping back in during the 8th game, and we're at deuce right now. 8th game, first set, and that's 4-3 in favor of Colorado Academy and their player Fletcher Kerr. And we're in the middle of a nice rally here, and Kerr hits it into the net, and that's going to give advantage to Valor Christian and Eric Ratkellis. So excuse me, we're in the 9th set or 9th game here, and it's 5-3. And as Fletcher sends that into the net, it's 5-3 Fletcher over Ratkellis. And now it's 5-4 as Ratkellis wins that. So they're gonna adjust, and they're gonna spin around and switch sides. They usually play two games on each side. And over on court 1, unfortunately, Valor Christian and Austin Grzinski finds himself in a hole. He lost the first one, but still got a great opportunity, to do something in this match, maybe pull it out, as we see the number 1 players getting ready to get back at it. So as soon as they resume, we will too, here on the Valor Sports Network. And I'll send it back over to court number 2, where Daniel Butler and Matt Fontenot have the call.
And the first set of our second set here goes into the net for a fault for Grzinski. And Rooter Hook won the first set fairly convincingly. Was not particularly close as a forehand from Rooter Hook on the return.
Yeah, Rooter Hook just really took control of that set and really it was close in the beginning, and then he just started to pull away as he was making a lot better hits and a lot better shots on the court.
A cross-court backhand here from Grzinski is nice. And another forehand cross-court. He's got Rooter Hook running all over the place here, but Rooter Hook continues to return his shots.
Yeah, Rooter Hook really has a lot of quickness out there as he's really just getting back and forth across the court, really making some nice hits right there.
A drop shot as Grzinski has to hustle in, and again in return offers another drop shot and will hit it across the court for the point as Rooter Hook has no chance to return that.
Yeah, that was as one of the fans just shouted, what a point. That is right. That was a great point right there. They had a couple drop shots in a row, and then Rooter Hook just sent another drop shot over. And hit another drop shot over, and then Grzinski just hit it to the opposite side of the court where Rooter Hook can get to.
We'll see Grzinski here on the second point of the second set as that serve goes long for a fault. And we'll actually send it back over to court one right now as we are in the middle of some action.
So I'm Landon Troca, now joined by Keith Wall, and we are in the middle of some great action over here. We're in the 10th set in Valor Christian, and Eric Ratkellis finds itself down 5-4.
This will be a key break opportunity for Ratkellis here. We're 15-15 right now.
Good serve there and great return.
Both of these guys have been mainly baseline players, Landon, playing back and forth, looking for the other guy to make a mistake. Very few charges on the net. Both guys trying to hit winners up the lines. And here goes Ratkellis to the net as the wind actually blew that one out, giving him the lead here 30-15, seeking that break.
Alley. And so we're going to again see the serve out of Fletcher, going to have a little bit of movement on it.
The wind,
not nearly as hard.
The wind here has changed, and Ratkellis goes long there, which ties it up at 30-30.
Yeah, Ratkellis has had trouble going long.
But there's a definite sense in a change in the wind as it is blowing from north to south.
Yeah, it's coming right into our faces here in the broadcast area. And it's coming from directly behind the Colorado Academy player over there. That's Fletcher.
Looked like that was an ace there, which puts this at match point.
Set point.
Sorry, set point. Oh, boy, he blew that one.
Yeah, that one. Mishit that, sent it high.
Mishit ties it up at, I guess gives us deuce here in this crucial game for Ratkellis.
Oh, Ratkellis, good cross-court action there. Oh, good job of Ratkellis to keeping the pressure on as that's hit
So
long.
it'll be Ratkellis' advantage here. Again, as he seeks this break, his first break point.
So Fletcher curves. Serve goes into the net there, so that's a fault. And that's just to get me over. And Ratkellis is finding that little back corner.
Cross court. Oh, he goes for the cross court winner and finds the tape of the net. A good effort and the right idea, certainly strategically by Ratkellis to put the pressure on to try to get the win and the break there. However, we head back to deuce.
Yeah, I feel like Ratkellis has been playing a lot more aggressively. He's made more mistakes, a little bit more on the enforced errors.
A little more of the risk taker.
Yeah, that's a benefited Kerr here. He's just been able to set points, sit back and get points when you see Ratkellis make a mistake, but at the same time, sometimes get out there and make a shot or two.
And if you're good enough to just get the ball over and in every time, sometimes you just let the other guy on the other end of the net make that mistake. A little drop shot. I've seen Ratkellis do that a number of times. I don't know if that's an advantage or not because it brings that against you.
He was going to try to hit it over again because earlier in this set he did that and he missed the jump shot to try to pound it home. But that time he finds it and Ratkellis had no chance.
But that drop shot brings your opponent in automatically to the net. I'm not sure if that's an advisable strategy or not. Ratkellis with a nice forehand there.
And now Ratkellis up at the net. And he's
Finish.
going to gets a chance to pound it away, and he can't.
And that's
So
game. That is going to be
game and set goes to Colorado Academy, and we'll flip it back over to the guys on court number 2.
And we are here still in this first game of set number 2. And we have advantage for Austin Grzinski, as he will be serving to Jesse Reuter Hook here.
Yeah, Reuter Hook has definitely had the advantage on the serves, as Reuter Hook's top serve has been 95, and Grzinski's has just been 80 miles per hour. So that was a fault on the first one right there, but Reuter Hook has definitely had the
a double fault from
advantage.
Grzinski will bring us back to deuce here. And we'll stay right here, and we'll see another point here for this first game of the second set, as this is a kind of a crucial point for Grzinski. He needs to start to compete here in this second set if he wants a chance to win this match, as that serve is smashed into the net.
That was a fault right there. Grzinski's really had a lot of faults in these past couple of points, as just hitting a lot into the net and getting it outside the tee.
Soft backhand from Grzinski and the drop shot from Reuter Hook, and Grzinski can't get it back over. And that will give us advantage for Reuter Hook here.
Matt, as I hop in here, what's been the difference between the players in this match, Daniel and Matt? What has been the competitive difference that you see?
At this point thus far, I think the difference has been Reuter Hook's serving ability. He's been really strong on the serves, and he's been setting himself up very well, putting himself in great positions to win points.
Daniel, how about you?
Yeah, Reuter Hook has really just had a lot better vision of the court and really just placing his shots a lot better. And when he sees an opening out on the court, he really just hits it right there and makes a statement with every shot he has.
As we actually see him win this first game of the second set right here. And he has been fairly commanding this entire match so far. We haven't seen a lot of wavering from him, as he's been in control for most of this match. And we'll after this, we'll send it back over to the gentleman over on court number 1.
And back here on court 1, we're 15-15 in the first set, or the first game of the second set, with Fletcher Kerr from Colorado Academy winning the first set against Eric Ratkellis of Valor Christian.
Oh, goes for the backhand winner and again finds the tape.
Yeah, he's not really been too pleased with himself. He's had a lot of unforced errors, and that's hurt him. Is Ratkellis with the serve here.
Ratkellis certainly I would characterize him as a more aggressive player, trying to hit a lot of winners. And you know, when you're that type of player and you just miss, it's kind of it ends up being a rough afternoon for you.
Yeah, there's times where you start getting on a roll and just tearing it up, and then that's when you can be just such a great player and so hard to try to defend against. But at the same time, when you're really not on top of it, it's really hard to get into it, and it's hard to be competitive.
Yeah,
that goes long.
I mean, his serves are in that 112 to 114 range. Did I hear you right that he hit 117 today at one point in time?
Yes, he did.
And I mean, he's a power gamer, and when you don't have that power game going your way, it ends up being signs for doom. Difficult afternoon.
Just saw a ball come onto the court from the court behind it, behind Fletcher there in the far court. Good cross-court shot there. And again, he goes with that drop shot.
Trying to set up the winner, and he gets it that time. That was well done by Ratkellis. That's a chess match right there.
Yeah, he did a great job of getting over there and getting that in, because that wasn't a bad shot from Fletcher Kerr. He put him down in that corner.
But by putting him in that corner, he also opens up that alley if he doesn't seek to cover, and that's the challenge.
So that's in for Ratkellis. Caught some line, and now he's got...
Going for the winners again. Going to go cross. No, he goes straight up the line that time.
Yeah, Kerr was expecting the cross court as that goes long off Kerr, so unforced error out of Kerr.
So it goes to advantage Valor, advantage Ratkellis here. As we sit 1-0 in set 2, 0-0, sorry. The get me over serve, going to go cross court here. Ends up in the middle.
Oh, good little shot there from Kerr, but then he finds himself in the net.
And Ratkellis holds serve. Ratkellis holds to make it 1-0 as we send it over to court number 2 and Fontenot and Butler.
And here on court number 2, Jesse Ruderhook continues to control this match as he is up 2-0 here in the second set. And it is now he is in control of this game here as well, as he is up 30-15 in this third game of the second set.
So Daniel, what do you notice physically between these two players?
What I notice physically between these two players is Ruderhook definitely has more of a height advantage against Grzinski, and he's really just using like his physical height to try to get some downhill leverage on the ball, and really just using his torque and his just length to just try to get some more speed on his hits, and really just using his body to his advantage.
Yeah, that's what I've noticed as well, because his size and his limbs just seem to be dominating the game on court number 2.
He definitely has a vast physical advantage, but Grzinski has been playing him tough. But there's just not a whole lot he can do some of the time with Ruderhook's physical abilities. He's stronger and a little faster, it seems like. But
yep.
Yeah, Ruderhook is also definitely just moving all over the court, just not letting Grzinski outthink him, it almost seems like he knows where the ball's going every single time, and really just making the play right there.
Matt, would you also agree that it seems like Ruderhook? Ruderhook. Seems like Ruderhook has been going for a lot more winners. Like that shot right there, trying to go cross court and so on over and over again.
A much more offensive style of play.
Right,
and he seems been very effective for him as he wins this second game right here.
Right, Daniel, it seems like he handles the racket pretty well.
Yeah, he definitely handles the racket pretty well, and really just has some. Or he definitely knows where he wants to hit the ball every single time, and he makes a definite effort to hit the ball there every time, and really makes every point worth it, and really just making his plays.
And Grzinski now at kind of a crucial point, as he needs to start winning some games here, or else he's going to find himself in a lot of trouble down here, 3-0 in this second set.
We'll go back over to court number 1 here, Matt. So Landon, where are we at here on court number 1?
Here on court number 1, we find Ratkellis has drawn it to 30-all.
Again, with an opportunity to break. We've got to move. Ratkellis has got to move that direction. Goes for the winner down the line, and a heck of a shot. That is a great forehand winner right there.
He's up 40-30, has a chance to go 2-0.
Ratkellis is, again, just that power player, and if he can start hitting a groove, he could break the serve here. Again, going with the get-me-over serve, and it's
that's
out,
going to be an unforced error.
That's broken.
From
and that's
Fletcher Kerr. So Ratkellis is going to be up 2-0 on Colorado Academy's Fletcher Kerr. Oh, excuse us, our scorekeeper was mistaken.
Oh, boy. Kenny Bottoms. Oh,
off the net,
down.
But in.
Going to go cross. Nope, stays up the alley there, does Ratkellis. Ratkellis with an opportunity to charge here. And he's going to draw a long shot there, which is going to, depending on our score here. What do we have here, Kenny? Is that our game or not?
Well,
that's the hardest part. Oh, nope, sorry, just kidding. Kenny's having a hard time counting today. Could be our advantage, could be deuce, could be 0-0. We're not sure. And that's okay. It's one of the hardest things about broadcasting tennis. There is no scoreboard other than the tennis balls that are counting each game, basically, and the sets.
So we're gonna tentatively give you advantage.
I'm gonna say deuce.
Kerr.
I'm gonna say deuce. I have really no idea, but we'll go deuce. Ratkellis going cross court there. Kill it. Come on, Ratkellis.
I think he was waiting
Bang.
for the forehand.
There it is. There it is.
Came up towards us. Could have had a souvenir.
I think we have to give those back, Landon.
They have more than one.
Coach Epping, the head tennis coach here, is quite generous with his older tennis balls, giving his extra tennis balls to the baseball program quite often. I've been thankful for that over the years.
So we find
We
ourselves
have
in a rally, and we're going to go advantage to.
We have no idea what the score is, let's be honest. You can say that all you want, Kenny. See, it's nice to have Kenny without a microphone because he can't speak back to us. It makes it kind of fun.
Yeah. And that's into the net for Rat Kellis.
So again, no idea what the score is in this second game because Fletcher Kerr is still serving. Yeah, Kenny says it's advantage Kerr, and I don't believe him. But
he's done a good job for most of it. He's been off on about 30% of sets.
Right. And you know what? If you're batting 700 in baseball, that's good. But when you're batting 700 in scorekeeping, probably not as good.
700 in most things in life really isn't very good.
That's fair. That get me over serve gives Rat Kellis's power a little bit of an advantage. Do we think we won that? No, we think we're deuce.
So now we're almost certainly at deuce.
Not so sure, but Rat Kellis goes straight into Fletcher Kerr there.
Plays
driving it right into his backhand, goes cross court, and I think he's long.
Yeah, he was. Fortunately.
And right now Kenny thinks it's advantage Fletcher Kerr. I just don't know if I agree, but
so we again apologize for that. And that's a great shot right off the line and into the net for Kerr.
What was it? I'm not sure what he called that, but if he called it long, I want to have that video replay they have at all the major tournaments.
The little
I love that.
I don't know how they do it.
That's one. I'll tell you what. That's one of the absolute great advancements in sports technology, right there. And allegedly, we're at deuce again.
Yeah, that advancements like that prevent any more John McEnroe incidents of just
right, or prevents any need for replacement referees, which we don't need to talk about. That's just frustrating. Again, these two have gone back and forth about. We're at about .12 here in the.
And that's long.
.12 here in this game right here. 12, 13, 14, somewhere in there.
So advantage to
Fletcher Kerr.
And that is the fourth time he's held advantage without Rat Kellis holding it, according to our scorekeeping. So again,
which
who really knows?
It's right, yeah. That's long.
So, yeah, that was long. So now we're going to see.
We're going to leave that ball on the court, apparently.
Yeah, that's what they do.
It's not a big deal, huh? Where's the ball boy? We got a bat boy in baseball. It's long, and that's going to go back to deuce again. All right. .15, Kenny, is that about right? 14. Sure.
Again, counting is not the thing.
Right, that's not a big deal. So Fletcher Kerr here having the opportunity. Kellis going backhand again, trying to get into Fletcher Kerr's backhand, which has been steady, but certainly not powerful.
Yeah, he has enough control that he doesn't make a lot of errors.
Hey, guess what? Advantage Fletcher Kerr. We may have heard that a couple times.
Yeah, Rat Kellis is doing a good job of prolonging this, but he's going to need to flip it around and give himself an advantage.
At some point in time, he's going to need advantage him to win by 2.
Love win by 2.
There's Rat Kellis driving that forehand again. And guess what? Deuce. I'll tell you, one of the most exciting. I actually really do enjoy tennis, Landon, and Wimbledon is something that I'll watch on a yearly basis. It's true. And a couple years ago when they had the longest match in history, I watched nearly every ounce of that and loved it. And this isn't quite as long, but it's getting about as drawn out.
Yeah, Wimbledon's got the great grass courts.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why we can't do that. I don't see any reason.
It's all about maintenance.
I'll get out there with some scissors and clip away.
I wonder when are they going to go to turf courts? Is that ever going to happen?
I hope they don't.
Why not?
Turf has found its way into a baseball field.
Oh, turf is a beautiful thing.
Just because you're not out there on the riding mower
That's
in
correct.
the middle of summer.
That's correct.
And now we have advantage Raquel.
Ooh, he's flipped it. He's flipped it, folks. No, he didn't.
Well, he's serving now. Someone won.
Oh, gosh. Did they just finally give up? Okay, so allegedly now, did he get 2 points in a row? We are clearly.
We apologize for the
Let's
amateurish nature of this. We're going to flip over to court 2. When we figure it out, we'll tell you.
Over here we see Reuter Hook continue to kind of dominate this match, as we are now in the 5th game of the second set, and he is up 4-0 in this second set. And if he wins the set, he wins the match. But right now we see Grzinski winning this game 30-love right now, I believe.
He's got 2 straight quick points right here as he's just gotten his serve in and really just hit the ball back over the net and really made some quick points.
The strong backhand from Grzinski. Another one from Grzinski. Goes long, and the point goes to Reuter Hook.
Yeah, so that points back to Reuter Hook right here as it's 30-15 now in favor of Grzinski. And if he wants to make a comeback here and win this set and win possibly the match, he better start getting these points quick.
He's got to start going right now because he's in a lot of danger right here as 2 more games go to Reuter Hook and this match is over. A strong serve followed by a strong forehand, but a cross-court backhand from Reuter Hook. Both players hitting strong shots from both sides of the court.
Yeah, it's kind of going back and forth right now, just kind of rallying, getting a feel for each other as Reuter Hook tries to make a move right there going down the opposite line, but it nicks the net and goes over.
So that will be a point for Grzinski to bring the score here to 40-15. As that serve goes long for a fault. So we'll do that again. A kind of get me over serve here and a soft lob shot from Reuter Hook. And then he really gets behind this one and launches it into the other court for a point for Grzinski, and that will be the game. That will bring our score here in the second set to 4-1 as we send it back over. Oh, never mind, they're in a break as well. So, a glimmer of hope here for Austin Grzinski as he convincingly wins this fifth game of this second set. And he's going to have to continue to play like that if he wants to have any chance at all of winning this match.
Now here's the challenge, Matt, that I'm wondering about. Was Reuter Hook just playing to, I've already broken him once, I'm up 4-1. I don't need to expel myself. I'm going to push really hard on these last 2 to win the match.
I think that's a very real possibility that I don't think he needed to worry about breaking serve so much there. But now this is a pivotal game for Austin Grzinski here, as he must break Reuter Hook's serve or else he's going to find himself in a very tough spot. But Reuter Hook, after that last game, potentially very well rested, as you said.
Well, let's head back over to court 1, and as this game gets to Reuter Hook being up 5-1, we'll come back to you for the finish there. So, Landon, back here on court 1.
I can tell you with certainty that Valor Christian's Eric Ratkellis has 2 sets to Colorado Academy's Kerr 1. So we are.
Well, that's good that we got that figured out. The downside of that is Ratkellis was just broken, and so if sorry, these double names are killing me. What's our Kerr? What's his first one?
Fletcher.
Fletcher Kerr.
That's his first name.
Oh, Fletcher Kerr. Okay.
It's not a double name like Reuter Hook, which
Yeah.
which may be my favorite name.
Okay, well, I'm glad. And there goes Ratkellis going long again. Ratkellis' power has just been inconsistent. These last 2 games, he's only won 1 out of 7 points now. He needs to flip this and get this going back in his favor.
Yeah, and he finds himself down 40-love.
Calling a net.
Yeah, I think he's calling
Net fault there.
Yeah, let.
Thank you.
Oh, good power on that, and that's high. But
And deep.
out. High and deep and out. Home run for Kerr.
My apologies to the Kerr family for thinking that Nathan Kerr was a double name.
Fletcher Kerr?
That too. It's two last names. I don't care. It is. Fletcher is a fairly common last
I
name.
have a cousin named Fletcher.
Well, I bet you do.
And
Last name?
No, first name.
Fletcher Troca?
No, Fletcher Roberts.
Outstanding. I love it.
Went too far into that. Let's get back to
All
tennis.
right.
Rat Kellis.
Down 15-40.
Actually, I think he lost that set.
What do we know?
We're
He
having
did lose that game, so
that
we're
game,
2-2
excuse
now.
me.
2-2 in the set.
So that's 113 miles an hour off that serve.
Is that fast?
I couldn't tell you. I don't want to stand behind it all. I'll give you that much.
That could cause a really bad welt.
Now he goes for a little bit of an off speed.
And boy, does he have great bounce on that second serve on this hard court.
You know,
Long.
I prefer Clay. It's my
Clay's
favorite.
your favorite?
My favorite to play on.
Rafi Nadal's too. I think I like the fact that they're basically one in each. U.S. Open being hard court, Wimbledon being the grass, and then the French being the clay.
Can't forget about the Aussies.
Right. But again, that would just be a repeat of another surface. So I was just saying I like those. I don't really tune in for the Australian Open. Probably the time frame of the broadcast being exactly 12 hours away from us.
Rat Kellis is in on that serve.
We're going to switch it back over to the other court as it seems that Reuter Hook is on the verge of victory.
We're here in the 7th game of this second set as Reuter Hook has a commanding 5-1 lead in this second set. And he takes a 15-love lead over Austin Grzinski as he attempts to break Grzinski's serve and win the match.
Yeah, Reuter Hook's really had control of this whole match as he's going for the set win right now. He's up 1-0 and 15-love on this individual game right now and up 5-1. So let's see if he can get these last 3 points and come out with the victory.
A strong forehand shot, but just wide for Reuter Hook, and that brings our score here 15 apiece.
Again, just the physical difference between these two players I think is obvious.
And you see it with the serves. With Reuter Hook, his fastest velocity thus far has been 95, which is fairly impressive. Not quite what we're seeing over on the number 1 court, but Grzinski only coming in at 80 comparatively, so not
that's considerably, a
considerable difference between
Yeah,
the two.
Reuter Hook can just use his long, lengthy arms to really get some leverage on that ball and really just get like a coiling out there and really get some velocity on that serve.
Velocity, strength, and power being the difference.
As that shot from Grzinski is
Grzinski was going to have to
wide.
he was going to have to play a perfect match today, and that just wasn't in the cards for him.
And as far as competition goes, I mean, he's been fighting hard. He's never given up, but I mean, it's just wasn't in the cards today. Much more athletic specimen on the other side of the court, and sometimes that'll happen to you.
Yeah, as this is a set point right here as Reuter Hook is up 40-15, and
We'll actually have
game, set, match point.
Point right here.
Break point, triple break point, match point. Here we go.
so it's everything point right on.
That's serve is long.
Grzinski's
Down with last serve here. Let's see if he can give some
Grzinski's
last
body
effort.
language. Body language just says that he's just about finished.
He looks defeated.
That ball looked out, but
The drop shot from
Reuter
Grzinski
Hook's
is-
just playing a courtesy point right there as he let that one go in.
As that brings our score here to
40
to 30.
2 more break points for Reuter Hook to try to finish out the match. See if Grzinski can amp it up as he was trying to gain energy from the blue man behind him there. We don't know the identity of Blue Man or the Blue Man crew that we have here at Valor. We don't know their identities. We're just thankful for their presence.
We do know their identities.
That's not important right now. We don't know their identities. It is
As
it is a mystery. As
That
is
being
the
said,
mystery of the Blue Men Group.
regardless of their identities, we appreciate their presence and everything they try to do for our sports teams here at Valor.
Yeah, Valor has a great sports atmosphere here. As we get lots of fans at every.
Yeah, the soccer game last night was really well attended as the Valor Christian Eagles beat the number 3 Palmer Ridge Bears
3-1.
3-1 in
Yeah.
an impressive fashion, as that became the soccer program's first victory over a ranked team in program history.
And
Yeah.
we here have a match point again as Reuter attempts to break serve, and he
And
will
there
do
he
so,
does.
and that will be your match.
And that'll be the,
So that
the
was,
handshake. And
So Reuter with a commanding, very commanding victory over Grzinski as he handles him somewhat routinely, and we will send it back over now for the conclusion of the match on court 1.
So we have
let's get all of your stuff picked up.
Eric Ratkilis
I can't have you leave because I need help.
up 30, or excuse me, down 30 to 40, but he is up 3-2 in terms of sets. He won the last one, I believe. So he's in a good situation, and now he can win this point. He has a chance to break serve.
Oh, he called long there. I want the replay. Wonder how much one of those costs, Landon. What do you think? Give me a price estimate on that video replay board that they have at all the big tennis tournaments. $2.
Yes.
Come on. I am going to.
I'm gonna tentatively put that in the.
I'm gonna say higher, Bob.
Actually, it was lower.
Nah.
Probably somewhere in the neighborhood of too much for Valor Christian tennis.
Wow, that's fair. That's fair.
Football, however. So
I
113 out of Ratkilis is the number 2 players cross our court here, just kind of waddle
Boy,
on
there's
through.
Interesting culture in tennis that I'm just not quite sure I get my head around quite yet, but it's kind of fun. Hey, excuse us. We just finished our match. We're just going to go and walk right across. Okay, see you later. Good luck to you.
Ratkilis with a serve.
Oh, there it is. The debut of the British accent. Landon's been just itching to do that.
Ratkilis has a great backhand there, and now he finds himself in a good rally and into the net, unfortunately. So now he's down 30 love. Ratkilis getting ready to launch a serve. Little drop backhand there and similar return. And that's in just barely, and then Ratkilis into the net, unfortunately. So Ratkilis in danger to having his serve broken in convincing fashion.
A strong forehand winner from Ratkilis there, however, to defend his serve.
So we'll see Ratkilis again. That's a good, strong shot. Oh, and then he came up, but he couldn't pound it home. A little long on that, unfortunately.
So he will have his serve broken here in a fairly convincing fashion by Fletcher Kerr.
So that's going to put Kerr up 4-3 in the second set here. Valor Christian is trailing one set to none. And we'll be back on the Valor Sports Network. And we're back here on the Valor Sports Network. Rat Kellis was just getting coached up by a head tennis coach, Bill Lepping.
And we'll see if that will make any difference here in this set, as this is a crucial game for him to try to even it back up in this set if he wants any chance to win this match.
So Rat Kellis. Oh, and I think we're going to see a broken string from Colorado Academy. So we had to go switch rackets, and now he's still going to have the serve.
We'll see if that will give Rat Kellis any kind of advantage here as he gets used to this new racket. I'm not sure exactly what difference it makes, but we'll see if
there's
any edge he can get at this point.
Any difference, yeah. Rat Kellis, good backhand down the line. Now he plays a cross-court forehand. Ooh, and that's up, and Rat Kellis is going to play without a bounce. He looks to do that again. Oh, and down the line, expertly played.
A good winner from Rat Kellis there with the backhand just down the line. And
so he is up 30 to love now.
No chance to return that shot.
So Kerr serving here, and that's a let.
We have Rat Kellis threatening here to break Kerr's serve
to match
here.
Yeah, match Kerr's broken serve and bring this to 4-4. Rat Kellis, good shot down the line. Kerr returns it to the middle of the court, and then Rat Kellis tries to go cross court but finds the alley. He's shaking his head at himself. Yeah,
he's clearly not pleased with himself on that shot, but I mean, when that's the style of tennis you play, going for those strong winners and you just barely miss, I mean, it's tough. It's very frustrating.
That let is a fault here, so second serve coming. And that's going to be a double fault. So 40-15. 40-15 in favor of Rat Kellis. And that's a fault again.
And the forehand from Rat Kellis there just misses as Kerr brings the score to 40-30.
Kellis. Nice cross court shot there. Long rally. Kellis with a strong shot there, and that just popped up. Kellis again goes to that left corner. Oh, and he tries to drop it over and finds the top of the net. That's disappointing.
Again, Rat Kellis just going for the winning shots, and he's just barely missing, and that's got to be frustrating. I mean, that's got to grow old after a while and got to wear on you mentally, but he's got to stay mentally tough here because this is a fairly crucial point in the match.
Down 4 games to 3 in the second set. Has an opportunity to break serve here. Oh, strong forehand there, and then into the net is Fletcher Kerr, so that should take us to advantage Rat Kellis. So Fletcher Kerr again ready to send that over, and Rat Kellis catches the line there. Kellis has Kerr moving a lot in the back line. And Rat Kellis charges. A high shot there, and Rat Kellis tries to kill, but Kerr's still there. And that's out.
Rat Kellis fairly commanding on that point. Had Kerr running a lot on his side of the court. He was hitting some good shots, but Kerr did a good job returning them all, and then finally he got a shot that he could handle and put Kerr away.
So that goes the way of Rat Kellis. So Rat Kellis has now tied this 4-4, and a great serve there. If only we could have gotten that on radar.
Yeah, that ball is absolutely smoked, Landon. That was very well hit.
So Ratkellis again ready to go. He's up. He's down 15 love, excuse me.
After he broke Kerr's serve here to bring it to 4 games apiece here.
Needs to hold his own. Needs to hold his own serve here, really give himself a chance, take a lead in terms of games won and have a chance to win this second set and take it to a third.
That last broken serve was huge in favor of Ratkellis. Very big momentum swing for him, and now puts him in a great opportunity to carry this into a third set.
So 30 love, and that's out for Ratkellis. So 30 love. Ratkellis gets that one in, and that's misplayed. So now it's 40 love, Ratkellis. Excuse us. Again, we see our scorekeeper not doing a great job.
So we will see.
So 109 there out of Ratkellis. He just smokes the ball.
See game point here for Ratkellis as he's up 40 love and a strong serve.
He's up at the net, doing a lot, moving around. Oh, good shot, but he can't. But Fletcher Kerr can't return. So that game goes the way of Ratkellis. So now we're going to have 5-4 Ratkellis in terms of games in the second set. Ratkellis trails 1-0. Fletcher Kerr of Colorado Academy. You're watching the Valor Sports Network. We are back here on the Valor Sports Network. I'm Landon Troca alongside Matt Fontenot. We're watching the #1 singles match between Eric Ratkellis and Fletcher Kerr.
Yeah, a lot of other matches finishing up here, clearing out as we saw Jesse Reuter win that last match over Grzinski in favor of Colorado Academy. Excuse me.
And that's into the net for Ratkellis, so now he's in a hole immediately. And one other result we can bring you is that the #2 doubles for Valor Christian lost 6-0, 6-3. So a great tennis program over at Colorado Academy.
Seems like they've been winning today in fairly convincing fashion over these Valor Eagles, who have been they've had their hands full all day. They've been struggling to keep up.
Yeah, Ratkellis has played pretty competitively, and he's up here in the second set, 5-4.
But with Ratkellis, I think you see an outlier. He's really a tremendous player in this program. Really kind of man amongst boys per se.
And that's into the net for Ratkellis. So now he's down 40-15.
He's displaying displeasure with himself. Clearly not happy with himself on that shot as he topped that one into the net a little.
And now we're in the midst of a good rally here. And the end of the net off Kerr seemed to jinx him a bit. So that's 30-40. Kerr is up as Valor player hustles through the court.
Again, an interesting setting here around these tennis matches. Very kind of almost seemingly casual, but all the players do take it very seriously.
And that's long. And Ratkelis just kind of wondering what's happening. He's hit it long too many times today.
Seems to have lost a little bit of control on that long shot. He's just a little too much on it, and he needs to take a little off and see if he can just.
So
settle
now
it into
5-all
corner.
in terms of games in this second set. So the winner will have to win 7. But luckily we have lights.
Yeah, this has been a very competitive match, much more so than any of the matches nearby, which were to some extent blowouts. But this match very, very closely contended by each side.
I think we're starting to see Ratkelis lose a mental edge a little bit, and he keeps getting frustrated with himself, and he doesn't want to have his serve broken here, or else he's going to have a tough time winning this set and then eventually winning the match.
We're seeing a lot of negative body language from Ratkelis. You're right. He's
And that's
obviously
long.
not happy with himself.
Wouldn't be surprised to see him just smoke this. Instead, he goes to the get me over. Smart choice.
Kind of a spin serve there, trying to just get it in and get this point going.
And that is into the alley, so 15-all.
A good point from Ratkelis there. Good cross-court shot, and Kerr is not sure exactly what to do with it.
So Ratkelis there is out again. It's his second fault in a row. Second time he's had to use both serves. And that is in. Now just kind of an easy rally back and forth. Ratkelis puts a little bit of a cross-court action starting.
The lob shot there from Kerr, and Ratkelis with the backhand
Puts
winner.
it down the line, so now he's up 30-15. So still seeing the serve. Served by Ratkelis. A lot of velocity.
That one right down the line on the inside. A strong forehand there, cross-court from Ratkelis, but returned with the backhand from Kerr. And another good return from Kerr on the lob shot backhand. As Ratkelis he's got him running all over the place, but he seems to be holding his own and just returning these shots. But
And that's in
Ratkelis
the alley,
finally
so
puts
now
it
he
away.
has the opportunity to win this game, and then have a chance to win the set.
If he does push this to a third set, it will be definitely one of the more competitive matches we have seen here all day.
So that's a let. Ooh, and I think that's long for Ratkelis. So now 40-30.
I think that's right, yes. Here,
As the players go to retrieve the balls. Ratkelis, taking his time, collecting his thoughts, getting ready to make a final push.
he does not want his serve to get broken here. That would be a big blow for him.
And Ratkelis sends that long. So now we find ourselves at deuce.
A good serve from Ratkelis, and then a strong forehand.
Yeah, really keeps putting Kerr on the defensive. Oh, and a great little jump at that by Ratkelis. And now he's going to have to send it long and over, and that's going to be well over, so advantage Kerr.
Far too deep from Ratkelis. He was just trying to put that lob shot up there and give himself a chance to get back and get ready for Kerr's next shot, but just too long.
And that's
fault
out.
from
So
Ratkellis.
Ratkellis is one serve away from having his point broken or his serve broken, but he gets that in. Oh, and strong there, but it's out. So Ratkellis is down 6-5.
We'll see them switch sides here, and this is a do or die time for Eric Ratkellis, as he must win this game if he has any hope of winning this match at all.
Both players take some time to get some water, and we will as well here on the Valor Sports Network. We are back here, and it is the last, or it could be the last game of the second set, and Ratkellis could find himself losing this match. He's down 6-5 and does not have the serve. Serves found in the hands of Fletcher Kerr from Colorado Academy.
So we have Ratkellis here, who must break serve here if he wants to win this match.
And Ratkellis charging the net. Backs up a little bit, but still gets that down, and he's going to have another opportunity here. He lets that bounce, then plays it pretty easily over, and I think they're just kind of going to restart the rally. And that's long from Ratkellis.
He verbally displaying his frustration with himself here, and his body language is really taking a turn for the negative here, as he's really frustrated with himself. He's missed some shots here, and he's not pleased with himself.
So he's down 15-love. And that is going to be in the alley.
Just barely wide for Ratkellis. It was a good, strong shot, but just missed. And we'll find ourselves 30-love here in this potentially the final game of the match. And Kerr drives that one to the net for the first fault.
So just to plug some other VSN, our next broadcast will be tomorrow night. Football against Legend. That's a Thursday night game, 7 o'clock at Sports Authority Stadium, which is not the one downtown, the one in Parker.
Not sure. Sports Authority, obviously, good branding for them, but a little confusing on the logistical side as far as having two.
Yeah, I don't know if they were anticipating getting the big one when they named the prep one out in Parker. You know, to plug some other stuff going on with Valor. You know, got the play coming up, Miracle Worker, about Helen Keller. Saw a little preview of that in Chapel today, so that was exciting. That's going to be great. All of you guys can go out and see that.
Looks like a really good production. Looks really worthwhile for everyone to go out and see.
And but right now we're trying to finish this up. We find Ratkellis down 40-love, and now he is at game.
This could potentially be match point here. This is match point.
So this is match point here for Valor Christian. And that's into the net, so that's going to be it. Ratkellis loses it on an unforced error, which seemed to be his tone for the afternoon. Unfortunately, it wasn't his best match, but he played competitive, and he had made a lot of good shots and a lot of room for improvement still.
Sure, a strongly fought match from both sides. Just a little bit better for performance by Kerr here. Not quite as many unforced errors, and Ratkellis just kind of, you could see a little bit later on that he was getting frustrated with himself, and Kerr comes out on top.
So we'd like to thank you for enjoying this Valor Sports Network production. And from Landon Troca and Matt Fontenot, have a great night.